Hey guys, what's up? Today we're going to be talking about sounding like a pro on a budget. And even crazier than that, with only two pedals, and it's going to cover an amp simulator, as well as your overdrives, a delay, and a reverb. Pretty wide range of stuff. Would be great for your pretty standard cover gigs, as well as very usable in like a church setting, praise and worship type thing. So the pedals that we used is the Dream by Universal Audio, and then ran this into the Keeley's Caverns. So this is a dual pedal, has a delay and a reverb on it, and then this we were using the preset as well as the live setting mode. So we were using this as basically your clean / kind of driven sound, and then your main overdrive, and then similar to how you used to record and then run the outboard gear, we had the amp sim and cabinet simulator stuff going, and used this kind of how an outboard gear would affect it after you recorded and sent the line out to go through external delays and stuff. So that's how we're going Dream, and then into Caverns. And then Caverns, pretty simple, had a big super washy shimmer reverb going, and then had a pretty mediocre, regular, good old-fashioned delay going. So how we're using the Dream, this is about how we had it set up, or this is how it was set up for the clean / kind of crunchy thing, where it's slightly being pushed on the volume, have a little bit of reverb going, and then bass, treble basically straight up, and then none to boosting. And we were on the stock mode, and we were using the Greenback 25s for the speaker. And that got us clean up to a little bit of grit when you started digging in. So kind of you can handle your clean and then like a first stage-ish overdrive when you're digging. And we had the preset, basically had gained dimed, and then we were on the EV12 for the speaker option. I thought that kind of sounded the best speaker. The other ones do have good flavors, but wasn't really speaking to me in the moment. And dime in it, it gets a really good, kind of what you would want for first, second stage, like mid overdrive. That's very usable and could be kind of like standalone, kind of emulating a clone into something kind of style where it's getting really juicy, but it's not like getting the saturated sagginess that like a distortion would get. So with this setup, you're kind of limited there, but for pretty generic, clean, kind of gritty, and then like a standard rock sound, it's doing really good. For the Keeley, the reverb, I only used it on one of the tracks, and I had it in the shimmer setting with the blend kind of low, but the decay pretty high. So it kind of layered a pattern underneath what I was playing. And the delay was pretty straight up, so it would be like a 50-50 delay mix a decent amount of time on. This is capable of adding modulation on via this little dip switch, but I had it off. Just have taste. But it does offer a lot more versatility than what I used. There's some pretty cool gear reviews on it. For instance, the reverb can do a shimmer, a spring, or modulate. And for the modulation on the delay, you can have it off like I ran it. You can have a pretty thick one or light, and then you can adjust the rate as well. One reason why I chose the pedals that I did is they offer a great platform to where you're going to get really good quality sound out of them, as I hope you could tell from the sound demos mixed into this. They sound really good, as well as it's a great starting point to go forward, because you already have a decent amp simulator to where if you wanted to move into actual overdrive pedals, throw the amp simulator at the back, have it kind of clean, a little grit, and just slam overdrives into the front of it if you want. And with the delay and stuff, it covers all the basics pretty good, and you can dial it. It's a very versatile unit. So between these two pedals, I feel like they're relatively a budget and a great starting off point to build into a bigger board. For instance, the Caverns is $200 new, but right now on Reverb, there's a ton of them for like that 140 range. And then as far as the Dream goes, they're like 400 new on Reverb. There's some that are like 350, 360 brand new, as well as you can find some used ones in that like lower 300 range as well. So all said and done, you're about $500 into a board, and it's going to sound like a pro. I know that doesn't classify as a budget for all people, but I feel like going for like a pro quality sound and having pedals that you're going to keep and be able to build from there, these are both great options to get started with.